Good morning, everyone. This is Nancy once again. This is a beautiful day here in Texas. It is now 8:51 in the morning. And now, today, I'm off to see Creed 2. But today, I'm going to do something that's really important before I go out to see the movie. I'm going to do a review of a movie I just saw 3 years ago. Can you believe that? It's 3 years I first saw this movie on the big screen. Now, my friends, I'm going to do a review of Creed. Your legacy is more than a name. Starring Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone, and it's directed by Ryan Coogler, who did Fruitvale Station. And believe it or not, I actually have done a trailer reaction video, which is on my channel on YouTube. As well as I did a spoiler-free video on my channel as well, and doing a special inside look video on my channel. So I'll put the link on the description if you want to see my old 3 videos where I did a special inside look video, my spoiler-free review, and me doing a trailer reaction to it. And the last time when I saw this movie in the theater, I really loved it. I really do love this movie. And watched it again last night. Is it about as good as I remember it to be? Well, just going to have to find out. And before I do that, here's the backstory. Before making, Fruitvale Station, which was Coogler's first film, which I really enjoy, Coogler actually met Stallone to discuss about Creed, as their meeting only lasted about 1 hour. And for Stallone, he originally did not want to reprise his role as Rocky Balboa, as he already had to accomplish for what he had to do with the 6th one, Rocky Balboa. But Coogler talked him out of it, which led Stallone to reconsider it. And in order to keep in the universe of the Rocky films, Stallone requested that Michael B. Jordan should wear the famous American trunks that both Creed and Balboa wore in the previous films. The film was released on November 25th, 2015, as it received critical acclaim reviews by critics, and was hailed as one of the best films of the year of 2015, and the best of the Rocky films in many years. And it did pretty well at the box office and made $109.7 million against its $35 million budget, and made $63.8 million and made $173.5 million worldwide. And after the film's release, for the first time for Stallone's life, he was able to win his first Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor, which is about time, which I'm happy he won for. However, he did not win the Oscar, as it was given to Mark Rylance for his performance in Bridges of Spies. And I have seen Mark Rylance's performance in Bridges of Spies, and it's really good. But in my opinion, I think Stallone should have been the winner for Best Supporting Actor, because he hasn't won an Oscar before, so I decided this might be his only chance. But nevertheless, I respect Mark Rylance for winning. It's a good performance, but I just love his performance better. But no offense to Mark Rylance. I like his performance in Bridge of Spies, and I do like the movie by Steven Spielberg. It's a really good movie, especially I'm a Steven Spielberg fan, but just that I like Stallone's performance more. So, anyway, how is the movie itself? Is it as good as I remember it to be? The answer is yes. Yes, it still holds up, and I still love this movie. It definitely is one of the best in 2015, and definitely, I guess, maybe the best Rocky film in years, because, again, I said this many times before, but I'll say it again, I love all the Rocky movies. The first movie, a classic. The second one is a really good sequel that matches close to the first movie. The third one I have fun with. The fourth film, in my opinion, is an underrated film. Number 5, again, the weakest film in the series, but I like Rocky 5. It may have its flaws, but it's not really the worst film, as most people make it out to be. And I really love the 6th one, Rocky Balboa. Really enjoyed that movie. And I enjoyed this one. So, Ryan Coogler, after making Fruitvale Station, and before he made Black Panther, which of course I have seen Black Panther, and I enjoyed it, but just don't love it as much as everyone else does. But I'll talk about Black Panther another time here, as I'm not in the mood on reviewing Marvel movies, but again, another time. But for my thoughts on Creed, Ryan Coogler does a really good job with this movie, and he really knows what to point the camera, as I said in my last video where I did a spoiler-free video, and really knows what to point the camera at, and also, he was able not only to remain true and be loyal to the Rocky franchise, but he was able to make it his own saying, his own visual style to the movie. And it works, so he was able to try to bring some new to the table, and he worked so hard to get us infested with this character. Michael B. Jordan for playing Adonis Creed. And Michael B. Jordan is really the star of the movie. And yes, of course, if you still haven't seen the movie, just to let you know, folks, this is not a Rocky movie. It may have Rocky in it, but it's not really a Rocky movie. This is his movie. If you want Stallone to be the star of the movie, then just watch the other Rocky movies where he is the star of the film. This is his movie. As I have to keep pointing at him. And you really do feel his character. And I know that maybe read some people's comments that they have a problem with the one part of the movie where he just had a good job and somehow he wants to quit and he wants to do fighting for full time, which to me personally, that scene right here when Michael B. Jordan resigns from getting a promotion and all that, I know it's going to sound like a really dumb excuse, but which I know that the Rocky film is like a fairy tale and everything, but sometimes I mean, there could be some moments that do happen in real life. And what Michael B. Jordan did with his character here, it's like people can relate to. You start off somewhere that you're trying to make some money with and everything and all, but you realize that's not what you want to do for the rest of life, but you want to do something what really makes you happy and what you're really passionate for. It's pretty much like, for example, like George Lucas, when he used to work at a shop here, and then he started doing cars, and he knows that that's not what I want to do now, and that's why he wants to make films. It's just one that you have to start somewhere, and you have to do something what you're really passionate for. And for Adonis Creed's character, I don't think he's really an unlikable character, so I had to disagree to others out there who say his character is unlikable. But again, it's to each of our own. He had a good job, but he knows that's not what he's really passionate for. Fighting is what he cares about. And hey, especially I need to quote Rocky. Why does he want to fight? Because I can't sing or dance. So, but yeah, he didn't want that job because it's not really for him. I mean, I know to his mom it is, but for the fighting, that's to him. It's just like me. Filmmaking is what I'm passionate for. Even though whatever job I'm at, I really do enjoy, but however, I've always wanted to make films. Because that to me is what I'm passionate for. You just have to start somewhere, and this is exactly what the movie did to his character. And I thought the love story between Bianca and Adonis Creed's character, Michael B. Jordan and Tessa Thompson, which I know Tessa Thompson will also go on to do Thor Ragnarok and others. I thought their love story was good. I don't think I love it as much as the relationship between Rocky and Adrian, but it's not trying to be. It's just trying to be its own love story, and I think it does it really well. Don't love as much as Rocky and Adrian's love story, but it's a good love story. And I do love the music by, if I mispronounce his name, Ludwig Göransson, who actually really a fantastic job on the score, and you do get to hear some of the familiar Rocky motifs that you hear in the movie, especially the Gonna Fly Now theme song, which appeared during the boxing match at the end of the movie, as well as some of the famous do, 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 which is supposed to be the piano piece of the Rocky theme, as well as you hear the date music, which appear when Rocky goes to visit the cemetery, as we already know in Rocky Balboa. Especially, even when I did a Terry reaction video to it, I did not expect Paulie to die this man. When I saw Paulie's tombstone, I was just like, no, not Paulie. So yeah, we lost Adrian and we lost Paulie. And I know before that we also lost Mickey and Apollo. So it was like, oh my goodness. But I do admit, that cemetery part I thought was very well done. I actually do love the scene, especially it was funny that Rocky goes, hey yo, Paulie. Hey yo, my friend. Happy birthday. I haven't got your favorite. Miss you bow. Whatever he says about that drink. Yo, Adrian, my dog. So that's a very nice moment. And I thought the actor named Anthony Bello, who plays Pretty Ricky Collin, is really good too. Even though there's not really much to his character, he's just a guy who just comes up to be more as a jerk. And then, of course, toward the end of the movie, he respects Creed for what he is and all, especially that to be respectful to each other. And he does fine for what he has to do. Doing all, he's just there, just being the jerk boxer, but it's fine for what it is, to what role he's given. But really, the main focus of this film is not about the villain. Our main focus is Creed, Adonis Creed, and that's exactly what they did. And yes, even they did develop Rocky's character as well, despite that this is not a Rocky movie and he's not the star of the film. They actually did try to bring something new to the character as well and add a little more depth to it. And for Stallone's performance, he still hasn't left the role. And again, as much as I appreciate Mark Ryland's performance, I really believe it should have been Sylvester Stallone to win the Oscar. Even though I was hoping him to win, because this was his chance, this was his a once in a lifetime for him to win, and now just like the biggest missed opportunity that he did not win the Oscar. He didn't win the Oscar. But I really don't want to whine about it. But hey, what's done is done. And of course, I need the quote from Rocky 2, what Mickey says about the judges. I don't care what the heck them judges says. This is the man that won the fight. And yeah, that's somehow I would say. I don't care what the judge says. This is the man that should win the Oscar. But yeah, Stallone's performance, once again, he is terrific. He hasn't let the role, and when he's in that role as Rocky Balboa, you know he will always be Rocky. I loved him since the first Rocky movie, as well as the second movie, the third movie, the fourth, the fifth movie, and the sixth movie. And now this movie. And for Creed 2, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him again. As well as I'm looking forward to seeing Michael B. Jordan again. And yes, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Dolph Lundgren returning as Drago. Definitely looking forward to seeing Creed 2. And I do love the one boxing match in the movie where it does the whole one shot but no edit, where you have two boxers and then you have the camera that just keeps following to two boxers as they're fighting, both Adonis Creed and Leo. And then it just keeps going and going and going, and it never stops. It's like it just took like the Birdman route or the Hitchcock rope route or any other route that does the whole one shot but no edit. So that was very good. And also, what I did not notice in the movie, when I was watching the boxing match between Pretty Ricky Collin and Adonis Creed, that boxing match scene that you saw in the movie, that was not an actual boxing match ring you're seeing. It was shot against a green screen. And I didn't know it was a green screen at all. I thought it was actually a real boxing match. I guess they had to do it on a green screen just to make the boxing match arena bigger and grander. So I didn't know that was a green screen. But if you watch some of the B-roll footage on YouTube, you'll probably see what I mean. But I gotta say, that's actually a really good special effect to make us believe that, or make me believe that it was actually a boxing arena. But nope, it was shot against a green screen. So, totally did not expect that. Really didn't expect that at all. And I thought it does go by at a pretty good pace. I never got bored by it, which it is 2 hours long, longer than any of the Rocky movies, as they were under 2 hours. But this one's like 2 hours and 13 minutes. And it has good funny moments and good dramatic moments. I mean, if you haven't seen Creed, as I've already spoiled everything, then check it out. I really do love this movie. And yes, of course, even though the villain did find what he had to do, and the love story is good, but just not as good as Rocky Adrian is, but it's a good love story. And at the end of it, as always, I still will give it an A+. I gave it an A+ before, and I'm still giving it an A+. And I think the movie still holds up as I remember it to be. I mean, sure, yeah, the villain isn't really the strongest, but that's not really the important factor. It's really Michael B. Jordan's character, Adonis Creed, which that's exactly what the movie did. And the love story is good, just not as up there as Rocky Adrian's, but it's a good love story. So yeah, that's why I still give it an A+, because when it comes to doing a spin-off, like for example, they tried to do Elektra and Catwoman, and those spin-offs they made based on the Daredevil universe and the Batman universe. Even the Supergirl movie, not the TV show one, the original movie from the 80s, doing a spin-off is really not that easy. But somehow, Ryan Coogler and his team, they made it work. And it was able to tell its own thing, bring something new to the table, and be loyal to the Rocky universe. And yes, of course, even you have these two guys giving it good performances, both Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone. So that's how I give it an A+. It remains true to the Rocky series. It tries to bring something new to the table. It acts more as its own thing. And it has a spin-off of the same universe that Rocky filmed. it doesn't suffer like Elektra or Catwoman or even X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's never like any of those films. So that's why I love Creed. Really enjoy the movie. Still an A+. So, let me know what you think of this video. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know. Feel free to put your comments down below, and don't forget the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you with my review of Creed 2. It ain't over until it's over. See ya.